Well, back in 2011, Jacob became ill with an illness. I had no idea what it was.
Before I got sick, I worked at UPS, I went to school, and everything was going well. And then I watched a video on the internet about New World Order. It was very negative, and after watching it, I was very manic. I was at a point where I didn't eat food, refused to take meds. I refused to do everything pretty much.
Before I found NAMI, I found myself in a whirlwind situation where I didn't know how to help him, what it was, who to go to. Police officers, hospitals, social workers were not giving me answers to help him, and that just wasn't the right path. Finally, I Googled and found NAMI, and out of the grace of God, I found Barb Ducey, and she talked me for a couple hours, actually. Made me feel very comfortable that what I was going through was pretty much average for people that had mental illness. And she helped me through the whole process. And I decided that in order to help my son, I needed to educate myself. My role in Jacob's journey was just to be his advocate, to make sure that when people were pointing him in a direction that it was the correct direction, to make sure that doctors were diagnosing him and giving him the right medications. I literally kept a spreadsheet with every hospitalization, every doctor, and every medication he was on.
My mom was a strong advocate for me, and she was always there for me, through the whole process, and I was very lucky to have a strong support system.
My goal for him way at the beginning that I learned through Family to Family was for him to become independent. And at the very beginning, I never thought that would be possible.
It took me around maybe 2 years or so for me to get better. So the programs in Waukesha really helped me. I joined the peer-to-peer class. I learned about other diagnoses. I was able to talk to them about my illness, my story. I built these relationships with people, and as time continues, I see their journey and how they get better, and it's just amazing.
Through the process, as he got better, through time, through his own energy and his own perseverance, through his illness, I was able to back up and watch. And now, I'm not even really involved in anything to do with his illness.
So after I joined NAMI Waukesha, my life has changed a lot. I know about my illness, I've accepted my illness, and I also met other people who have an illness, and I built some great relationships with them. The great thing about being independent, it's everything for me. Before I got sick, I was working at UPS, I was going to school, but that was about it. I moved into a group home, I did chores, I learned how to cook, I learned how to go to the grocery store and buy things. I drive my car, I hang out with my roommate, I hang out with my friends, we'll meet at a sushi place or Buffalo Wild Wings. In March of 2016, I was awarded the Peer Leadership Award at the NAMI dinner. I'm a peer specialist at Madison House. I'm part of the Stories for Hope program. I'm a peer specialist in training at Friendships, and I'm also a facilitator for Young Rec and Recovery, which is a young adult group. I'm doing a lot of great things.
The road for a parent to sift through all the different avenues of care today is a difficult road. I believe that you have to research and find an area in which your loved one feels comfortable. Not every illness is the same. Not every diagnosis is the same. Not every facility is the same. You just have to advocate and educate yourself to an area and then suggest. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
There's no magic pill that's going to cure everything. You just got to keep working at it and, go from there.
When you're facing an illness like that, you can't take a temperature, you can't diagnose something as a parent. And I talk to a lot of parents today that are in that situation. And what I tell them is, You have to educate yourself, get hooked up, get your child involved, get them in a group, get them to a doctor, get them somewhere where you accept it. Because that's the first thing you have to do, is accept the illness. And so once you can overcome that and understand what you're facing, then you're empowered. You have somewhere to go. But if you sit in your pity pot, because that's what you do, and go, oh, I don't know what to do, and it's just not working, and this, you're not going to move forward. And you can't help that person. The best thing you can do is just educate yourself and figure out where you want to go. And the way you do that is by connecting with people and connecting with organizations that have the tools to help you. At the end of the day, my son is now a fully functional, independent young man who lives his life in the full, and now I can be a mom.